Hey, what's up, YouTube? Win Games here, and well, I wanted to give you guys a deck profile for Magical Musketeers. The thing is, I started spending more money on it, and the more money you spend on this, the more complex this deck is. And I'll just show you guys. Let's just get straight into it. So I'm playing my same ratio as always. I'm playing the 3 Caspar. Caspar just every musket has an effect where the your player's turn you get to activate musket spell and traps from your hand. And then if a spell trap is activated in their column, you get certain effects. Caspar searches any card, so you can also search a monster for the next follow up. Starfire, same thing as the other muskets, but this one you get to special summon from the deck in defense position, so really nice. And it just opens up the toolbox for my plays. I'm playing through Kid Brave. Uh, Kid Brave, you discard a musket card to draw 2 cards. Very simple. Doc, I played 2 of them. You get to recur a musket card back from your graveyard to your hand. That's really nice. My one-outs, I'm playing one Calamity, one Wild. I see a few builds not playing Calamity at all. I think that's very wrong. The thing with Calamity is that it gives you another body on the field, so in just case to get rid of Calamity, you get like a Wild back or you get a Caspar, so it's just a free follow-up. And then Wild, shuffle 3 musket cards, draw 1 card. Just really nice, and it's another name. For hand traps, I'm playing 3 Skullmaster, 3 Ash. The thing with my hand traps is that now that I'm playing more draw cards, I get to see my hand traps now. So I think Skullmaster is really good because you get to stop the Golden Lord spells and traps. You stop Gold Lord itself. You stop Invocation. You stop a bunch of other stuff. Like the thing is also with Shadal's. Shadal's getting more popularity now. So Skullmaster is better in Drytron's format. You stop Queenlong for Virtual World. So really nice. And Ash is good. Ash because Ash is Ash. For my final monster, I'm playing 2 Alpha Master Beasts. Honestly, I like this card a lot. Like, it's a card in your hand, and your hand is your most powerful weapon in this deck. And then I think that a free special summon of a 3K beater that helps you OTK, just really nice. And then if you have 2 of these in your hand, you summon 2, you bounce 2, and then you summon them out back again if they have more monsters than you do, with a higher attack. So just really nice. So I'm playing. That's it for the monsters. I'm playing 21 monsters. For spells and traps, I'm playing 3 Negate. Cross Domination. If you control a musket, you get to target 1 monster face up on the field until the end of this turn. Changes attack and defense to 0. Also effects negated. Quick play, so you get to activate it during both your turns. So just really nice. Honestly, like the only musket card spell that you actually need. For a draw spell, this is what I'm doing now. I'm playing the new inclusion. I'm playing Triple Tactics, and I'm playing 2 Desires as well for draw power. I'm also playing an Upstart, but let's just put that there. So the thing with Tactics is that after you playing Tactics now, always expect Max or Caspar to get negated. So like my philosophy is like the more hand traps people play, the more extenders you get, because now you activate talents under a musket, you draw 2 cards, and then you get that musket effect. So let's say you have Starfire and Max. They go Valor or let's say Ash on the Max. You go talents under Starfire. You get a special, and then you draw 2 cards. So just even better. Or you get to rip a card out of their hand and make sure that Starfire resolves. Desires. If it was Prosperity, I would still play Desires because I want to go through my entire deck. Desires, banish 10 off the top and then draw 2 cards. Even better. And then you go Talents and you draw 2 cards anyways. So even better if they can go for the Ash on Desires. And All Stars are fully plus 2 in terms of card advantage. I'm playing 2 Ties of the Brethren. Tesla Brother, I see a lot of people not playing anymore. I think that this is your best go first option. So the thing, this card is you go pay 2,000, target a level 4 or lower monster you control, and then spread 7 out 2 muskets. That's pretty much what the card says. And then it's good going first as well. I'm playing for the 1-Ums. I'm playing one Droplet, one Call By, one Hyper Spellcaster, and also the Upstart. So the thing with my philosophy is, okay, so I only have one Droplet. The thing is, I would only play one. I would side the other two if I'm going against a Dragon Link or Adamantipator. But the thing is, with Droplet, is that having is fine, but for them not to respond with monster effects, you have to send muskets, and that's the biggest problem. Because you either have to send a musket then you need for your next turn, or you send a spell trap that you already activated, which is honestly the best case scenario, but you're already going -2 in card advantage in your hand. So I think Droplet is just more of a utility more than an out. Callback Grave just stops the hand traps. Hyper Fedaster, nuke the board. The back row, and Upstart just draws a card. That's it for the spells. For the traps, I'm playing 2 Dancing Needle. Target up to 3 cards in your graveyard. Banish them. It's Aerial. DD on steroids. I'm playing 2 Last Stand. It's Judgment. But only spells and traps. Desperado. It's a target 1, pop 1. Target 1 face off card in the field. Destroy it. Really good. Critical Crown. Your best friend going second. You go Critical Crown and you get to, during the main phase, special summon 1 musket from your hand. And then the column that it's you summon it to, they can't use it on your opponent's turn. So let's say you set this going first, and then you have like ties. You have 2 more muskets. If they go for LP or some sorts of like that, and then they want to summon, they use LP's effect. You go Chain Critical Crown, summon out the musket, and then they can't summon it to the LP zone anymore. So in hindsight, you negate LP. It's a really good interaction, and then. Phoenix Deal, just to make sure your monsters can be destroyed by card effects like punishment and stuff like that. And then you go Phoenix Deal. If they try to out it, you gotta search from the graveyard or from the deck. So I think it's just really nice. And for the extra deck, okay, so this is where the changes have happened the most. For Link 4, we're playing Access Code and Avermax. I cut Boral Sword. Reason being is that with cross domination, the more you negate their attack, the more Boral Sword doesn't come that often. So you can't really just gain attack and kill. You honestly just end up going to taking 3k to the face. Access Code just pops, but Mechna is like your towers monster. Instead of going for Dragoon and playing 3 bricks, I go for Avermax. Avermax. You just your opponent can target it with card effects, and then you can target other muskets, so they can't even beat over your muskets, so they have to attack Avermax. So just it becomes more of a barrier, more than utility. And then if it battles special summon monster, quick effect, you get to make this card attack equal to the attack which is monster during damage calc, and then if they out it, you get to return a card. So now. You have an out to Dragoon. If they out this, you have the out to Dragoon as well. And then just makes it so much easier to have a way to like a defense. More like the Great Wall of Avermax, you know? For Link 3s, I'm playing the 3 Unicorn and the Ningirsu. So with talents, and these are much easier to get into. And Ningirsu is even better when you have talents, because you have Starfire, you get to have talents, special summon out a musket, and then you go talents to steal one of your monsters. Then you get to link away even better, and then you send another card. So they went -2 in card advantage on the field, but you went only -1. So I think this even trade off. And then Unicorn spin 1 back, just to go for into the OTKs. Here's where I changed my Link 2 package. I'm playing Security Dragon, Hippo Shenanigan, Nightmare Phoenix, and Junior Transverser. I love these cards. Reason being, Security Dragon, max points down. Max points down, so you already have a live Security Dragon. Or if you want, you can go Nightmare Phoenix and then Security Dragon, so you draw a card as well, and then go to Avermax. So that's just free plus in my opinion. And then you get to target card in the field, return to the hand. So you get to get rid of the Golden Lord on their field. So it makes it much easier for you to OTK. Hippo Shinigami gives your opponent like a calamities. It decreases their attack, and then you get to gain attack. So if you summon out Caspar, Caspar is 2,000 defense. Now he's 2,500 defense. So it makes it much difficult for your opponent to get rid of. And then Phoenix is Phoenix. In inherit, draw card. Deogenes Transverser. This card turns your monster's weakness into your strength. Because now, let's say you steal a Nightmare Phoenix. Or you steal, and then you, or let's say you steal like a, I don't know, top of my head, an Ecclesia. Off the top of my head. And then you go, you switch them a Caspar. You really have a Musket in your field. So you just go switch this, give them my Caspar. And then they don't play in these zones anymore. No one plays this card like that. So I think playing in these zones is much more of a like careless way. But this is just really, really good because now you get to beat over your monsters, which are relatively weak. So I think Generator just makes it so much easier for you to OTK and go into access code just to get a free pop. The most hated monster your opponent will have, Magical Musketeer Max. So a quick roundup of what it practically does. Based on the amount of monsters your opponent controls, you get to add spells and traps to your hand. And then if your opponent controls a lot of back row, you summon out as many monsters as you want. So you're already going equaling in card advantage. And honestly, expect this to always be either Ash, Veilard, Invoked Mechaba, Dragoon, all that stuff. So that's why Talents becomes even a better card. Because you're always going to have a life Talents. And if they don't let this resolve, you're going plus. But if you have a Talents in your hand and then you have this on your field, either they let this resolve or they let Talents resolve. One of those two. So they go Dragoon, you get Dragoon, negate, destroy. Okay, that's fine. You go Talent, steal the Dragoon, now you get to pop 2 and then you get to kill. So now they're going in card advantage as well. And you get a free negate on top of that. So I think Max is just honestly like the best card in your extra deck. We are going with rank 4 package. We are going with a Zeus, Phantom Knight's Breaksword, Dryden, and Gaga Cowboy. So my philosophy is Cowboy. A lot of my duels are going much grindier since we are in a grindier format. Last format with Dragon Link and Infernobles running Drop Shot. I think that Cowboy wasn't necessary, but now that we're going to a more grindier format and life points do become more of a matter because of end of match procedures, just Cowboy for game main phase 2 just makes it so much easier. And then my philosophy with Phantom Knights, the Breaksword, and Zodiac Dryden is I want to have more pops on my extra deck. So I don't want to waste it, or it makes it really hard for me to go for a Nightmare Unicorn that has to make me give up my field presence. And then on top of that, if you go Dryden and pop a card and you activate something, you get to get that material back to your hand with Dock. So I think that's really, really nice. Breaksword, it is a 2k beast deck, which is pretty good. But it also allows you to go, you get to pop a card during the second main phase after beating something over. So you're already beating over 2 things. And over now you can just go for Zeus as well. And with Dryden as well, I wanted to have interruptions during my opponent's turn without having to rely on the Desperado. So that way I can reserve my Desperados, try to go for Dryden. And if they want, they have to go to the battle phase. So already wasting their battle phase, which makes it much harder for them to get over your Caspar or your Kid Brave or something like that. So it makes it, Dryden becomes a beta negation or a beta battle phase. So they don't waste resources. And then Zeus is Zeus. Just get to beat over things. Well, guys, that's it for the deck profile. Let me know down in the comments below. What do you think? Do you want to see some replays with this deck? Do you guys think it's just it will cost you an arm and a leg? Probably. But let me know down in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. I will be trying to open up a Patreon and an official Instagram for you guys to follow me and get your deck list first before everyone else on YouTube. But let me know down in the comments below what you guys think, and any more suggestions, let me know down. Turn on the bell, like, share, subscribe. You got another deal, and we'll see you guys soon.